Hey everybody, it's Thursday, which means it's another episode of Naturally Unbothered. I am Shari.
I'm Ebony.
I am Tasha.
And we have Miss Katie from the Love Hamma.
Hey everybody.
I'm so excited.
So you guys have listened to the show before and y'all seen us. We posted on Instagram about this sex toy that looks like a hammer. Well, we have the creator, designer of the hammer right here. Round of applause.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome, Katie.
So awesome.
Thank you for coming on the show. Tell us about your product and how you came about this idea for this product.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, guys. It started back in 2019. I'd got divorced from my ex-husband, and I was a newly single mom of 2 little girls, and it was like, what do I want to do? So somehow I ended up on a plane to Hong Kong because there was a trade show over there, and it was the last day of the show. And I was walking out of there and I saw a product that was like a kind of similar shape, but it just didn't have any of the functions there. But I thought this could be, an amazing product. So I ended up jumping on a train for 4 hours in the middle of nowhere with people that couldn't speak English, sat in a factory with like wild dogs roaming the premises, chewing on dildos. And I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing here? The middle of nowhere. I thought, am I going to get killed? I want to get bloody murdered. So I was taking pictures of all the license plates of everyone, just sending them to my partner at the time, my boyfriend at the time, just saying, if anything happens, this is where I am. This is a license plate. So we sat there for 6 hours with nobody that could speak English and designed the Love Hamma. And that was pretty much it. But it was a bit of a struggle at the start. I think with the market, it's so heavily saturated with sex toys because everybody wants to sell sex toys. There's so much money in it. So it was sort of, the reason why we did the Love Hamma was it was such a unique product that someone was either going to love or they were going to hate, but it was something completely different to what the market had seen before. So it was a bit of a risk, and it was sort of hard work getting it off the ground. The US market seemed to just love it straight away. The Australian market was a little bit sort of behind the times then. But yeah, it just phone call after phone call, 18-hour days. I'm just constantly ringing everybody saying, do you want to buy it? Do you want to buy it? And eventually they did. So we got it into America first, and we're now in 10 different countries.
That is awesome. So
It's really dope.
It is. So I think it's a deep penetrating toy. That was my take on it, just because of the shape of it and the way the nail remover, which are the rabbit ears.
Yeah.
Just because of how the distance between it. Is it a deep penetrating toy?
It's actually only 7 inches of insertable length, so it looks a big product. And I think that's what sometimes scares a couple of people that are new to sex toys. But when you actually get down to it, it's only 7 inches of insertable length. So the rabbit ears are on the top, obviously, for the clit stimulation. But the bottom part of it is actually only 7 inches. There is obviously 2 designs on it. So there's the rounded design and the curved edge. The curved one is for a little bit more targeted G-spot and P-spot stimulation. So for any new users, we tend to sort of go for the little one because it is a smaller girth as well, for the curved option.
Okay, cool. I mean, I saw it. I told the girls about it. Everybody it was just all over the internet all of a sudden. And I was like, and I'm the one, I go and buy everything. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. But then when I looked at it, I was completely intimidated. I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't think I can take that.
And I think that's exactly what you just said. A lot of people look at it and they are intimidated because it's a big toy. But when you actually get down to it and you look at the functions and what's available for the toy, it's not really, it is only a standard, vibrator or dildo size. It's just a bigger toy because it's more functions on the head.
Okay, I'm glad that, we can put that out there because it definitely looked very intimidating for those of us that can't take a really big guy.
Yeah. And I found, as I said, it is just a standard, dildo size, but I found a lot of markets were very intimidated for it. But you guys over in the US, you're just like, give me anything, the bigger the better. So that's why it was so easy for me to break out into the US market.
That was a perfect segue into my question. My question was, had you ever heard the terminology Hamma? Because there are women here in the US call a guy with a big penis a Hamma.
Okay, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah. So I thought
perfect.
It was perfect. Like, that's what I correlated to. I was like, somebody has grabbed that terminology and turned it into the sex toy. What a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It was
and
brilliant.
I think as well, I changed, obviously the spelling is Hamma for hammer rather than Hammer, because I wanted to soften the approach of what the toy was. A hammer can be quite intimidating and a weapon, as you want to call it. So for me to change that to have a bit of a play on words with it, so it come across as a bit more feminine and a bit more sexy. And that's why I sort of went ahead with that name.
It's
awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect, because that is exactly what women say. Like, oh my God, his hammer was so it's a perfect name. It's just perfect.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
So can you tell us about the features?
Yeah, so it's got obviously 3 different features on it. It's got the vibrator, which is insertable on the bottom, the thruster, and also the rabbit ears on the top. So there is 7 speeds on each one, so essentially 21 functions, but they can all be used together or at the same time or by themselves. So the first button is just for the top rabbit ears, so those could be used by themselves. The second button is for just the vibrator, and then the third button is for the thruster, which you can both use together at the same time. So again, going back to
a model that you can show right now.
I do somewhere. Give me a second, guys. Sorry.
When we get mine, I need to know.
Look, I didn't know that it thrust.
Right, I need to know it all.
Yeah, like I didn't know it had a emotion. I'm so excited. I can't wait for us to get ours. Oh, I'm so excited. Like, I can't wait to try it. Y'all know I like me a new
all speeds at the same time. I'm going full throttle.
Well, I gotta try it out. I gotta do one at a time. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna test each one out and then full throttle.
Then
do it. Oh, that's what y'all.
I'm just gonna say, do it.
There you go. Here's one I prepared earlier. So we got the top button here, which is just for the rabbit ears on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just turn that one. It's pretty intense. If you work through the speeds, the vibration's pretty strong on that one. So you just hold it down to turn it off. The second one here, that's for the vibrator. It's hard to tell from the video, but you can use that by itself. And then the third button, which is the thruster. So it is quite a hardcore toy, but you can use it just as a first-time user as well. I don't know if you can see the thrusters on the video.
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty full on. It's good. It's great.
Yeah.
I've sent you guys one over too, so
I know we're excited. Thank you.
Oh,
that's
okay.
We are super excited to receive it and tell you the greatness of it. Because when we did it on the show, we were like, it looks fun, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's it comes with, I don't know if you guys have seen the pouch as well.
No.
It comes with a pleasure pouch. It's if you guys look on the website, I'll send you guys some videos of it. It's just a little leather pouch that's like essentially a tool belt, but we made it as a bit of a role play experience. So yeah, so it's a leather look pouch for you to put all your lubes and your other toys in there as well.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. And you know I love to role play, so that would be perfect.
Yeah, perfect. It's quite big within the porn industry as well. A lot of the porn stars really like it for their film.
Oh, yeah. You thought of everything. Sounds like
that's
dope.
Awesome.
That's really awesome. It really is.
And
so do you have a second toy in mind? Like, do you have something else you're working on?
I do. I have. I'm not going to give too much away.
Okay, don't give too much away.
but it will be released hopefully within the next month. So it's another hammer, but there's a new version of it. So I'm not going to give too much away because unfortunately, since it went viral, the beginning of the year, I think you guys would have seen all the TikTok videos.
Yeah.
So now I've got so many knockoff versions of it. I've got the Chinese being sent videos all the time of them, you know, making pretty hundreds of thousands a day. So I'm really careful keeping my cards close to my chest at the moment because everybody's trying to get a hold of this product. But yeah, it's going to be great. It's a new version of the hammer with a new function, and it's going to be amazing. You guys will love it.
Ooh, the new function. I'm so excited to see what that new function is.
Yeah. All will be revealed in due course. Give me another 4 weeks and I'll put it all over my social media.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Oh,
that'll be great.
We've got another couple of things. We're branching out into lingerie as well. We'll be releasing the bodysuits this month. Sorry, my dog's going crazy at the side of my. Yeah, we've got a range of bodysuits coming out, which will be released this month as well. We've got some new versions of the wands coming out. So it's not just a one-trick pony. We do have quite a lot of things coming for the brand this year. So we're super excited about that.
That's
Awesome. Do your
what
bodysuits, are they one size fit all, or are they?
One size fits all, yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
So, what is the actual name of the company?
The company is called DNKM Enterprises, but we go under the brand Love Hamma.
Okay, so so everything will come out under the Love Hamma brand.
Yeah, just because we
cool.
want to stay with the brand rather than going with the company. We want to stay with the Love Hamma brand essentially.
Yeah, I just wanted you to put the name of the company out there so when someone goes and looks it up, they won't see a generic name. And you know, and
it is actually printed on our packaging as well, developed by DNKM Enterprises. So
excellent. Yeah, don't be out there buying generics, y'all. Get the right thing.
The real thing. Exactly.
We told you guys you can't be cheap with your toys. You have to put the money in because you get what you pay for.
And just again, that's another great segue into what I was going to say. We use medical grade silicone. And all these knockoff products that are going around, I don't know what they're using, what materials they're using, but for us as a company, we want to make sure whatever you use in your body is 100% safe, which is why we use the highest medical grade silicone. So just be really careful with the new products. If anyone comes across them, I don't know what materials they're using for these. And of course, there'll be no warranty with the products, whereas we offer a full 12 months warranty with our products as well.
Okay, that's good too. That's good to know.
Listeners, y'all heard that?
You can't put everything in your vagina. Use medical grade silicone.
That's it. One of the best.
Definitely. So I'm going to ask you a question because I know that sex over here in the United States is just, it's not really taboo anymore. It's just, you're just out there. It's just out there. How is it in Australia?
That's such a great question, actually, because when we launched the product in 2020 at the AVN show, I was a bit taken aback, to be honest, how open you guys were. I remember having a stall there and all these people coming up, and it's like sex was just everyday thing, whereas everybody in Australia, they're so vanilla and it's so behind the times and no one really talks about it and it's a bit taboo. Even when I put things on my personal social media about what I do, some of the reactions from my friends or other people around are like, oh my God, you're really sharing that on your social media. But I think since I've been in the industry and I've sort of had my eyes open to everything, it's just normal for me now. But I'll give you an example of, when we was at the show over there was a couple that came over and they were talking openly about how they were swingers. And I was like, oh my God, like, are people hearing this? Like, shh. And I was like, if people can hear you, just keep your voice down. And they're like, no, we, everyone knows what we do. We run these big groups and it's great. And I was like, holy shit, like, do people know what you do? Whereas over here, nobody talks about it. If you're a swinger, nobody talks about it. It's just so taboo. So, and I love that about you guys over there. Everything is so open. My parents actually are distributors in the UK for the Love Hamma. So we have quite an open communication. I mean, we don't go too in details, but again, the UK market can be quite behind as well. So I think it's great, and I really do think that everybody should be the same as you guys, where everything's so open. You can talk about it, you can communicate about it, you know, and bring new things into the bedroom as well. And I think that's why essentially I hit the US market first before I did here, because I knew the toy would be a lot more accepted over there than it was here.
You guys will get there, because it wasn't always like that over here. Trust and believe.
Right.
So
yeah. It's just starting to, I have a distributor over here. And when I first signed with her 2 years ago, she's like, look, Kate, I'll be honest, I don't know if this is going to take off, but because of the popularity in the US market, I had a conversation with her 2 months ago, and she's like, no, that's it. You know, it's gone viral. It's gone great. Let's put another big order in. So if it weren't for you guys, you know, I wouldn't have had the rest of the world come on board.
Nice.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. So we're going to play this game, and I'm just going to put this out there. I suck at this game, but I'm going to do my best just to try to impress you. It's called Talk Dirty to Me.
Okay.
So there is random items or things that you may have to talk dirty to. So you have to give your best sexy talking dirty voice.
For instance, there's an episode where Ebony had to talk dirty to Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
You're gonna hell.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm getting into the pearly gates. Let me just say that.
She talks so dirty to Jesus that I'm for sure she's gonna get a pass. Like I'm for certain she's gonna get a pass.
I have to hear that.
As dirty as she talked to Jesus on that. We were all in shock. We were like, oh goodness.
Look, the way my life is set up, I can do whatever I gotta do to get in those pearly gates.
Oh my gosh, I gotta go and hear that one.
I'll find the episode and I'll send you the link to it.
Yeah.
So you can go and listen to it. I know it was last year sometime about it was probably like November time.
Yeah.
I remember who was on the show. Uncle Nick was on the show.
I have a question, Katie. How did you find Naturally Unbothered Podcast? How did you begin to follow us?
You know, I generally have a look through things that people have tagged us in, or I'll have a look at hashtag Love Hamma just to see what's trending, see who else has picked the product up. We've had quite a few big porn stars that have featured the product, so they'll always tag us on Instagram. So you guys actually popped up from a hashtag search that I had.
Awesome.
And so you guys like that. So yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's awesome.
I know. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, because we tag people in we always feature toys. We tag people in and no one ever responds back. So I was just in shock. Was like, oh my gosh. And then you were like, yes, I'll do the show. And I was like,
Yes,
I think the thing as well, just branching out on that question, the thing for me as well is I do everything within the company. I mean, I have a business partner, but I like to keep control of everything, the marketing, accounts, everything, just so I know what's going on in the business. But I also like to sort of keep in touch. You know, we're not this huge company, but we're getting bigger and bigger. So I want to keep on good terms with everybody that we come across, you know, and I want people to know me, the backstory of Love Hamma as well. My distributors have been there from the start with me. They were there when I was just a single mom of 2 girls with absolutely nothing. So for me, I want people to know me as a person as well, not just the brand. So they get to know a little bit about my story and who I am as a person.
That's awesome.
Exciting, yes.
Kudos
awesome to you.
Yes, definitely. That single mom power, boy. That'll get you motivated to do a lot of stuff.
Yes, it will.
Gotta take care of those babies. All right, so I'm not gonna make you go first, even though normally the guest goes first but I'm not gonna make you go first. I'm gonna have one of the ladies decide which one of them wants to go first.
Tasha can go first.
Ebony's going first.
Oh God, ladies.
We're on Monday nights because of Ebony.
Okay. Ebony, you're going first.
I'm gonna shoot
1 through 33.
I'm gonna choose 10.
What?
All right. So I may have to explain this one, but you are going to talk dirty to a smoked out prostitute. So a smoked out. Do you know what a smoked out prostitute is, Katie?
Hell, it's a smoked out prostitute.
She's like on crack or on a really hard drug.
Oh my God, that's the best. I
So
can't wait to hear this.
I need you to talk dirty to a smoked out prostitute.
Let me think. Let me put on my nasty. So
You guys are crazy.
yeah, so you already selling it, you know what I'm saying? You might as well just bring it over here and let me do what I'm gonna do to it. But I mean, I don't even want to do nothing to it, but I have to. So what's it gonna cost me? I'm speaking your language because you speak money or crack. How much is it gonna cost me? I got it. Bring that pussy over here. Let me see what it is. I mean, let's see.
Okay.
That was rough. You know, I don't like
It was rough. You normally kill this.
I know,
I was
but
going to
it
say
was
she hadn't
rough.
said nothing dirty
You-
until she finally said.
You'll have another chance. You'll have another
Okay.
chance. All right, Katie. You kind of
Okay.
see how it goes. What
Okay,
number?
let's go.
1 through
Right.
33, not number 10.
Let's go number 4. Lucky number 4.
All right. I need you to talk dirty to a shower head.
Go ahead. Okay. So you gotta bring that wetness over here. Bring me that good fucking wetness. Drip it all over that body. Move it down, bring me the wetness, give me that good stuff. Fucking going down the clit, baby. Down the clit. Turn around and get that booty in. That's about as good as you get in.
Oh my God. I want your accent.
You know what was really so awesome about that? You did an amazing job, and I just bought a new shower head.
So all
Funny, I
she's
was
gonna
like,
hear is your voice saying, "Come on, bring that witness over here, baby. Bring that witness over here."
That was so amazing.
I was speaking to my dad yesterday, and I said, you know, I'm on this podcast tomorrow. You'll have to have a listen. I'm going to call him after this and be like, Dad, do not fucking listen to that podcast.
Dad, don't listen.
You know he's gonna listen for sure.
He's gonna
if you
listen
tell him
anyway.
not to.
Tasha, so are you gonna talk dirty to your new shower head?
Girl, that shower head been talking dirty to me. What is you talking about? Every time I get in the shower now, I'm a new woman. I come out a new woman. Shit. Talking about.
Excellent, excellent.
The more
All right,
shower
Tasha.
head, it comes down to my level. Yes, indeed. I don't know if I could follow that up though. I should have went first. That was pretty-
Let's go. 1 through
All right.
33.
11.
11. Talk dirty to a 911 operator.
Oh, you got an easy one.
I know.
Is that easy? I guess it's only easy when you're listening, not the one in the hot seat. Because I thought both of them.
That's true.
Okay. Hello, 911. I need that dick. Yeah, I need that good dick. Operator.
Man, what's your emergency?
I'm horny than a motherfucker. And I need that dick. I need that good dick, operator. Can I get that dick, daddy? That's all I got.
It's the voice for me. It's the voice.
Right. She had the smoked out prostitute voice.
Hey, it all goes full circle. Oh, I think I need a drink after that one.
You need a drink? You need a drink?
I'm gonna have a shot.
Look, I took your advice and I got a buzz ball. I don't like it, but I'm gonna drink.
What kind is that one?
No,
Mango?
there's only one that I like. You did not
What
get
kind is that?
Peach.
What is it? A buzz bomb?
a buzz
Mhm.
bomb.
It's a buzz ball.
What's
It's a
that?
drink and it's created by women, but the one I drink, it's
Mhm.
like a Bailey's Irish cream. That's the only one I like. Oh, and the
It's
margarita.
alcohol
The
beverage.
margarita one is good. But
Yeah, it's
Alright.
alcoholic
alcohol.
beverage. All right,
Mhm.
Miss Katie, you have to pick one for me.
Number 15.
Number 15. I have to talk dirty to a couch.
Couch. Good luck.
So I'm sitting on one. So I love your velvety touch. I can't wait to slide my pussy up and down you and grind in between your cushions. That was better than I normally do.
It is. I'm so embarrassed. I don't think I've ever been embarrassed on the show. Today I'm embarrassed.
You did real good.
You did.
You did real good.
I
You want to be the couch.
I feel like she's showing out for you, Katie, because she'll normally say some
trying.
off the wall shit, and we'll normally have to really drag it out of her. We normally have to be like, really? Is that it? So yeah, she did.
Well, that is awesome, ladies. Thank y'all for playing the game. I only wanted to play it because I wanted to hear how you sounded with your accent. I was like, we're gonna play. And this is the game that I can't stand because I suck at it so bad. But I was like, we're doing it.
Oh God. Hey, I reckon I would have been a lot better after a couple of drinks, put it that way. You'd have had a whole new Kate.
Next time you're on, we'll try to pick a day where we can reverse the times. It may be have you
so
later.
It's not 10 o'clock in the morning your time.
So we can have some drinks. Maybe on a weekend where we don't mind drinking in the morning and you can be
we don't ever mind drinking in the morning, so it doesn't matter.
I like Ebony's idea.
You guys.
I'm
You guys
turning
are my
50
kind of
this
people.
year. Is that a trip to Australia?
What's that?
I said, I'm turning 50 in August. Is that a trip to Australia?
Yeah, for
Ebony
sure.
just said, or we can go to Australia.
I'm just saying, I turned 45. Like this is a milestone birthday year.
Yeah.
It's the best country in the world. The most beautiful place ever.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that might be our next trip to plan. Go.
So Tasha, can Tasha get some music?
What's that?
Hold that thought.
Okay. Tasha needs some music, honey.
Hold that thought.
You guys are making me want to whine now.
I know. You got to get the kids. We got to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we definitely will contaminate you and have you in violation. But we want you to go get the kids.
Exactly. We have to be safe for the babies.
Yes. All right. What you doing? Fuck a fact or celebrity dish?
I actually just have a question for the ladies.
Oh,
Let me decide which
okay.
one I want to do. Hold on. I think I had a few good ones, but I want to pick one that I think will be good for this panel.
Okay. So she has a question. So can she get music for the question?
I'm trying to, I got to tune my guitarist tune on. Okay. We're questioning this, we're questioning that. Let's talk about that fat black cat. We're questioning this, we're questioning that. Tasha, where your questions at?
I might pose a couple of different questions. Okay, so the first question, I should probably ask that to the guys. Ladies, what is something that you think men do, or a behavior that they have that comes off either creepy or scary, but they don't realize that they're coming off creepy or scary?
Katie, you're first. You're the guest. You get to answer all the questions first.
That men do the creepy. I guess for me, it would be too needy. I don't like neediness. Someone that's constantly on the phone, constantly texting all the time, seeing where you're at, seeing what you're up to. I mean, every woman needs a bit of attention, but I guess too much for me is just like,
Yeah.
It's a no-go. Too much could be a bit creepy sometimes for me.
Yep, I agree. Insecurity.
Yeah.
For me, it's the pursuit beyond me telling you enough is enough. We're just friends.
Mhm.
That's when it gets creepy, because it's like, okay, I told you, yeah, like, oh, thanks. Like,
Yeah. And they just don't give it up.
they don't. Like, that is when you've made it very clear that they're in the friend zone, it's nothing, this is what it is. Like, and then they constantly continue to keep saying things and doing things, and
It's like, now I can't even be your friend because you're
yeah,
not
you're
even
so
respecting
creepy.
the boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that as well. The extreme persistence. I think just being too persistent. Like, I don't, yeah, it's just too much. So I
Yeah, a
agree.
girl likes a good chase, but not a prowl.
Yeah.
Right. I don't need a Pepe Le Pew.
That's
you know,
it.
I don't need that.
Ebony, there's someone, you said Pepe Le Pew, there's someone that you suggested that I had a drink with a while back, and he was recently around. He comes off like Pepe Le Pew to me.
Oh,
And I know that I sent you a screenshot and I was like, this is weird to me. And you was like, what's weird about this? He comments on everybody's posts, social media, all the time. Even like somebody that's interested in me was like, this motherfucker is thirsty. Like, he always on yo. And I'm like, he on everybody's shit like that. Even celebrities, not just regular ass people. He be on celebrity shit. Thirst. So it was kind of a turn off to me. But then, like, recently they were at my job hanging out one night, last week, the week before. And they were sitting, like, where I work in the back. They were sitting on one side of the bar. I went to the restroom and they saw me. When I went back to the kitchen, next thing I know, they were sitting, they moved where they can look at me directly to the kitchen. And I caught them staring at me like so many times. It was wicked. It was creepy as hell. Then when I, certain people, he talked to everybody. I think he's just trying to, anybody who, I feel like at this point is anybody that'll bite. So when he started needing to have conversations with other women, he moved so I couldn't see him again. It's like, I don't care, do what you do. But it was just so creepy and weird. And then he walked up to me before he left and was like, can you take a break? And I was like, I'll take a break when I'm done working. Because it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock, I want to go home. But it's just, he comes off to me like Pepe Le Pew, comes off kind of creepy, kind of thirsty, because I really wanted to like this guy. I'm like, he really could be. And I was supposed to hang out with him last Friday, but I was like, yeah, nah, because Thursday didn't go well. So when you said
then he would have been doing that creepy stare at you from across the table.
He does that. Like, I gave him a hug one time a couple of months ago, and we were in my boss's office, first hug, and I'm in there to get paid out for the night, and he would not let me go.
Wow.
And I'm trying to push away from him. I'm like, we're standing in front of my boss. Can you please release me? Like,
oh yeah, that's too much.
I guess
and he's like, you give the best hugs.
I guess you see the true nature of somebody once they get rejected as well. For me, if a man was like, you know what, no worries, I respect your boundaries, respect your decision, to me that's a turn on, because it's like, you know what, this guy can hold his own. He respects my boundaries, respects my decisions. And I guess I'd probably come back to him because I would see the confidence within him. When a guy gets harder and is, no, and just so persistent, like you said, it's kind of shows his insecurities and his disrespect.
Yes.
Yeah, and pushes you further away.
Yep. I agree. I totally agree.
Definitely. That is definitely it.
Dang, RB, I was rooting for you.
I have another one if y'all have time. Did everybody answer that?
Time. Yeah, we got time.
So this one is who created the unspoken rule that women, the question was quoted Black women, but women in general, who created the unspoken rule that women have to be in competition with one another via work, via life, relationships, men, etc.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on that?
That's a great question. And it's anybody that will ever meet me will know that I'm the biggest cheerleader for anybody in my life. I have been blessed with so many good friends, with family. And competition, I think, I've got 2 little girls who are 6 and 8, and I want them growing up competing with nobody but themselves. And the biggest thing that I try and teach these girls, is to be powerful women when they're older. They don't compete with anybody. They don't need to do. They hold their own. And yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? Where did this need for competition and in life and anything come from? Because as women, we should be standing together, we should be rooting for each other and lifting one another up. But it seems in today's society, especially with social media, in anything really, everyone's just has to be better than everybody else. And with mental health and depression and anxiety being such a big factor in today's world, social media makes things 10 times worse. And I really agree that children shouldn't be having this till they're 15, 16-year-old, because this need for competition is coming so much earlier now, and mental health is huge.
Yeah, and I think that people spend more time on their outward appearance in competition with people, instead of spending more time on loving themselves and fixing what's going on inside,
Definitely. For me, I think that, well, y'all know me, I will buy something, I will promote your stuff. Like I try to be what I want people to be to me. So I feel like the reason why women don't support each other the way they should is because women are constantly being torn down. So it's a learned behavior from society. And so they have definitely adapted that same nature towards each other. And it's very unfortunate because, as you said, women are super powerful. Our buying potential is powerful. We're the most educated. Like, there's no reason why we cannot stand on the shoulders of another sister and pull somebody up on top of our shoulders. Like, there's no reason why we can't. So I'm just a small time person, but I promote any and every, I try at least once a week to promote someone's business, especially a woman's business. It's a lot of businesses, but definitely try to support women's businesses and just women in general. Like I just want everybody to succeed. I've purchased things for my friends to help their businesses. I've given them free services from my business. Like my friends will tell you, I will go above and beyond for them to succeed in their businesses. Cause I just feel like if one of us wins, if I know you and you won, I feel like I won.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. And not to get caught up on like wordplay, but what was it? You support. But I think the question was, why do women feel like they need to compete with each other?
Yeah, and that's what I said. It's because of society. They've been turned down so much. Yeah, they've been put against each other. Everyone is always, coming down on them, harder on women. The standards that we have to operate under are not like anyone else's. And so
people feel like they need to compete with friendships, with family members. Like, I'm the favorite, I'm the best friend, I knew her longer, or
but social media
is bigger than this ass, or her lashes are cute and hers. It's just everything. Social media for sure. Reality TV. These hourglass bodies that people are going to buy. It's a lot, and like you said, Katie, with the younger kids, I agree. They shouldn't have social media until they're older, because it just plays such a part in their mental development.
Yes.
The comparison is dangerous.
It's true. I didn't let mine get on social media for a very long time. They had to be in high school before they even were introduced, and then they were only introduced to Instagram. And then when they turned 18, I told them they are more than welcome to sign up for anything else after that, because you're an adult. But I just didn't want them to have all of that exposure. So and Instagram isn't always the greatest tool, but I felt that they were in high school, they would be ready for Instagram versus
Yeah.
Twitter and Facebook and all that, everything else.
I think as well, and I'll admit this as an adult, sometimes you look at people from school or friends of yours, and not that you're jealousy is not something that fortunately I've ever really felt, but you look and sometimes you can't help, it's human nature. You do compare, should I be at this point? Should I be doing this? And I think it's just a terrible, shitty world that we live in with the presence of the internet, as I said, social media, Facebook, women it's human nature to compare yourselves to people. And it's shit, we need to get out of that mindset of doing that.
Because we even do it as self-talk sometimes, I realize.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do working on that and shadow work and doing better self-talk, like, I'm this age, I should be here, we do a lot of that too, or I should be further along with my business. I wish I would have done things differently, So we do a lot of that internally too. So
it's crazy because social media
portray that on other people with the comparison. A lot of things that we feel inside, we portray it onto other people.
That's right.
Yeah. And with social media, the one thing that I guess I've had to learn is that people only show us what they want us to see.
That's exactly.
Their life could be straight shit.
A lot of
but they're showing us the best parts of them. What they feel is the best parts of them. But the rest, their marriages are falling apart, they're homeless, they don't have any job. Like, it's crazy, but that's just, and then these bodies that are, these girls are looking like ants, and it's stupid. Like, I'm so glad that I didn't grow up in that time where how I looked. People said they like big butts, but those girls didn't have big butts in those videos. And I was almost ashamed of my big butt. I was like, ooh, I didn't want to have a big butt. I didn't want to have
I was ashamed of mine. I could not wait until I gained weight because my butt I was so skinny. My butt looked like, I just had a conversation about that this weekend. I was like, do you know how they be like the butt to thigh ratio? I was like, that is not always the case because I used to be so small and my butt was always just big. So like when I gained weight, I was like, thank God I gained weight because now it looks like it belongs to me. I couldn't imagine if it had been this time, this day and age, and I had the butt I had then. And
they would swear that you had when you had surgery.
Swear it was not mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. People will compare. Oh, she's had surgery. She's had work done. She's had Botox. Not like it's anybody else's business anyway. But that's a society that we live in. That everyone's comparing themselves to other people.
I even had a guy walk up to me a couple of weeks ago and say, "How much you think she paid for that ass?"
Yeah.
It's so sad. It's just sad.
It is.
So
super unfortunate.
Ebony,
you gotta say my name. Say my name.
I do.
All right. Well, say my name. Say my name.
Okay. So, dear Ebony, I really need your serious advice. So, over the weekend, my 24-year-old daughter brought her boyfriend of 7 months over to meet me and her dad. We were shocked, or I was shocked for several reasons. One, because she never brings anyone home. Two, we had no idea she was dating anyone serious. And three, I've been having an affair for 2 years with my daughter's boyfriend. Oh God.
Oh shit.
Hold on. When she brought him into the kitchen and I turned around, the blood left my body. I literally fainted, passed the hell out, hit the floor like a ton of bricks. I came to and thought it was just a dream. But no, there he was, looking panicked and shocked as he watched my daughter and husband tend to me. Ebony, I say I need your truthful response, girl. Please help. Everything is at stake. P.S. He has never been to my home. We've never discussed children or even what I do for a living. We strictly meet up for sex and on occasion dinner before. Wow.
Katie, you get to go first. What is your advice to her?
Oh man, look, it's a hard one, isn't it? I think for me, I would break it off with a boyfriend straight away. Tell him that, we can't see each other anymore. It's ain't gonna work. The question here is, do you be honest with your daughter and open a can of worms and, you know, lose your marriage, lose a relationship with your daughter? Or do you kind of keep it to yourself and, you know, and take it to the grave with you? I think for me, I'd take it to the grave. I think.
Take it to the grave.
I would take it to the grave.
Yeah. It's a whole kind of worms you don't need to, and, you know, protect somebody else's feelings.
Definitely. Especially since it's the first time she's ever brought anyone home.
Yeah.
Take it to the grave and tell him, you don't know me, I don't know you.
Because what would he benefit by telling her?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he wouldn't benefit anything by telling her. And if I decided to tell her, women, especially young women, are emotional creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So with her being emotional equals irrational, she gonna fly off the handle, tell her daddy, because she gonna feel like I wronged her before she calms down and really is able to process it.
Right.
This has been happening for 2 years. You only been here for 6 months, sweetie. So before she's even able to process that, she gonna fly off the fucking handle, tell daddy. It's gonna ruin the whole life dynamic. It's gonna ruin everything. So I'm gonna say I will.
But why did you pass out?
Because well, you're gonna have to explain that.
No,
Bitch, I got lightheaded because my baby ain't never brought a man home. That's
exactly. She brought a man home, and it was all new experience.
I'm about to die. I gotta find my charger right quick. Hold up.
Or dehydration. Like, I would just say, look, I was having heart palpitations. I was dehydrated. Something. There's all kinds of reasons you can pass out. I didn't eat today. I had too much to drink.
Ebony, what's your trash advice that you about to give?
Absolutely, because I'm about to give some. Actually, it's not even trash advice. She asked for my sincere advice, and I'm about to give it. So, look, girl.
She gives the worst advice, so brace yourself.
Look, I'm gonna say, and you even look. What nobody knows, don't hurt nobody. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
They just, I mean, shit. Y'all been doing it for 2 years. He ain't gonna. Y'all just said he's not gonna tell anybody. She ain't gonna tell nobody. Y'all might as well keep doing it, because for the daughter and the boyfriend, until he proposes or they get married, they just doing something. Yes. Does she have a lot to lose with the husband? But obviously, she's not happy there. She might be staying with the husband for money, for whatever this health, for whatever 401ks and retirements. Who knows? But I'm just gonna say, girl.
So now I had 2 ratchet ass situations under one roof.
I'm just, hey, ma'am, keep doing what you're doing, and then try to live with yourself the best way you can. That's all I'm gonna say. Just keep doing what you're doing. And shit, you need to get some energy patches, some B12 patches, or something, so you don't be passing out. Because you can't be passing out every time that boy over there. And don't be having discussions with your daughter about how the sex is. So when she brings that up, because she's gonna want to talk to you at some point about the relationship, you're gonna need to be neutral or pretend like your phone rang. Don't even talk about it with her.
That's
a whole new
Your
argument.
advice is a Jerry Springer episode waiting to happen.
I thought it's a Jerry Springer to break them up
anyway.
Ooh, baby.
Look, girl, just keep doing what you're doing. That's my serious advice. Because if you end it, he could be like, bitch, you ended it. I'm about to end your life. And he could tell everything because he only been with the daughter 6 months. He could tell the husband, he could tell the daughter, everything could be just out the bag. Just keep what you're doing, just lay low.
It's a whole new argument though, isn't it? Because, you know, you've been sleeping with this guy for the last 2 years, whatever it is. But then when you find out that he's seeing your daughter and you continue the relationship, that's a whole new argument, because you weren't doing it when he was with your daughter, but now you are. So there's 2 people getting hurt rather than just the one.
My question is, how many times did they do it in the 6 months that he was dating the daughter? Like, how often did they meet up to get together? You know what I'm saying?
Shit, probably. Well, it didn't say, but
every 3 months. Did they meet up every week?
Well, you know, she said they never discussed children, or he's never been to the house. So it's possible that maybe she doesn't look old enough to have a daughter that age, or he just didn't even think about it because Because mommy got some good.
And then there's a good chance that because they never discuss those type of things, that maybe he's not emotional enough to tell on her too. So
Right. It could just be he got some good D. Obviously, he's young.
Take it to the grave.
She's Stella trying to get her groove back. Girl, get your groove. Keep getting your groove. Keep getting your groove. Tell us about it.
Because if
Write
he
us
tried to
next
tell
week.
my husband, he lying because he tried to push up on me when you wasn't here. When he was here visiting our daughter, he tried to push up on me and I told him no. And now he trying to, no. Hey, wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
Wasn't me.
Where's the proof?
But Eddie Murphy say I'm right. Hey, wasn't me.
There
That was
it is.
Shaggy said it wasn't me
Alright.
too.
Katie, thank you for being on the show with us. Can you please tell everyone where they can go and purchase the Love Hamma?
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It's been so much fun. If you head over to the website www.lovehamma.com, which is LOVEHAMMA.com.
Awesome.
Get
Get you a
love
hammer in your life.
We
cannot wait to tell y'all how these toys are, because as soon as we get them, we bust them out.
Pretty
We're gonna have an episode dedicated to Love Hammer reviews.
That's it.
Yeah.
The whole hour, Love Hammer. The Love Hammer hour.
After we clean it.
Yeah. That's it.
All
Always
right,
clean your
Ebony.
toys.
Take us out.
So in true fashion, my iPad is dead. So you guys know that you can follow us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. You can email us at www.naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. That is www.2@gmail. Wait, www.naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. Please make sure you watch us on YouTube, where you can like, review, send us messages, talk chat live. Please subscribe, rate, Ebonites. You know how I love you. Keep your questions coming. I love giving you my nice, serious, solid, down home, good advice. So keep writing into me. Thank you. I love you so much. Please, if you're looking for merch, www.gmail.com. That is www.naturallyunbothered.gmail.com. We have shot glasses, coffee mugs, teas, everything you possibly need. That's www.naturallyunbothered.com. Click the merch link. www.naturallyunbothered.com. Click the merch link. The most important thing I'm going to tell you, if you haven't done already, to tell your whole ass friends, to tell your whole ass friends, to tell their whole ass friends to tune in to Naturally Unbothered.
All right, y'all. Until next time, again, thank you guys. Go out and buy you a
so
Love
much, Katie.
Hamma. If you
Thanks,
don't do nothing else with your life, go buy a Love Hamma.
That's it.
Get the hammer and make it hammer time.
Hammer time.
Hammer time.
All right.